Before we do today's math, I want to quickly give you some instructions pertaining to tomorrow's Zoom session. For tomorrow's Zoom call, try to have both a computer and a cell phone. The computer is for the Zoom call. I will give you a direct link to the Zoom session. Make sure that you sign in at some point between 2 and 2:05 p.m. If you try to join in beyond 2:05 p.m., the system may not let you in. During that 5-minute window, you can say hello to one another through video, through voice, and you can also just chat. Now, is there a specific agenda that I have in mind? There are a few things I'd like to do. Number one, I'd like to say hello to you guys. You've seen me, but I haven't seen you. It'd be nice to see you and to hear your voices and to hear how you've been doing lately. Also, we'll run a really quick game of Mario Kart. I'm sure you've missed seeing me kick everyone's butt, so we'll do a really quick round of Mario Kart. Following that, if you are willing to join me, we will sing a song. We won't sing a full song, but maybe half of a song so it doesn't take too long. And we'll pick a song that we're pretty much all familiar with. To finish off the Zoom session, we will run a quick game of Kahoot. That's what your phone is for. You see, on the laptop or computer, you can see the game. And then on your phone, you can click on the answers. That's why we are doing it like this. Now, this is not an ordinary game of Kahoot. The winner of this Kahoot gets a prize. That prize is a brand new Casio calculator. Whoever wins the game of Kahoot, they can claim this brand new Casio on the first day of school. I anticipate that this entire session will take about 15 minutes, so expect to be done at around 2:20 p.m., which is usually when school lets out anyways. So again, tomorrow, log in using your real name at some point between 2 and 2:05 p.m. All right, folks, take out last Wednesday's notes. Let's call this example number 10. So we have, suppose that cosecant of theta equals negative 9 square root 2 over 8, comma, with theta in quadrant 3. State the exact value of cotangent theta. So we do know that we need a diagram. And yesterday in Spanish, we went over how to draw the triangles in all of the 4 quadrants. So we are in quadrant 3. So go to quadrant 3 and draw the right triangle accordingly. Now, what are we given? We're given that there. We are given cosecant, where cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. So we can go to our diagram. Let's label the sides first. We know that this is the hypotenuse. We know that across from us, that is the opposite, which makes this the adjacent. Now, the hypotenuse is 9 square root 2, and the opposite is 8. But notice that this 8 goes down, so it has to be negative. And that's why this is negative. And again, the hypotenuse, always positive. Let's go Pythagorean theorem to find the missing bit. I'll show my work down here. So we have, let's call this question mark. So we have question mark squared plus negative 8 squared equals 9 square root 2 squared. So now bust out your Casio. Let's see if I even need it. So this is question mark squared plus 64 equals 9 square root 2 squared. I believe I know what that is, but let's just make sure. 9 square root 2 squared is 162. And now we subtract 64. So question mark squared equals 98. And then we square root. What is the square root of 98? It says 7 square root 2. So question mark equals 7 square root 2. Where does that belong? That belongs here. So this is 7 square root 2. However, since you move to the left, this is negative. So the picture is complete. Let's finish this problem. That's the goal, cotangent theta. So cotangent of theta equals, well, what's cotangent again? Cotangent is adjacent over opposite. So we have the adjacent over the opposite. And if you were to type this into your Casios for simplification, really, the only thing that it would do is it would reduce the negative divided by negative, which is positive. Final answer.